Abracadabra, you silly goose. Dude, isn't this rope cool? Look at this. Look at this. Isn't this like so sick? How we doing? What's going on? What's new for you? I hope you had a fantastic day. Whether it was warm, whether it was cold, whether it was windy or rainy or snowy, whatever you got going on, I hope it was incredible. I hope you took a deep breath today. Like really, I hope there's at least one moment where you slowed down and you just took a deep breath in. And then out. And then through your nose. And then out. Just to slow down for a sec. Before you sped right back up. Let's do it. I'm feeling so fantastic. So good. It's been a crazy few weeks. And now it seems like I finally am getting a minute to breathe. I finally am getting a minute to breathe. Or should I say, I'm finally giving myself a minute to breathe. Because in reality, I did this to myself. I'm here on my own, making my own decisions. One thing I am very aware of is I am an adult and I make my own choices. I make my own decisions, right? I don't waste time blaming other people because it's just not worth it. It's not. I get absolutely nothing out of blaming another person. Instead, I look to the responsibility I could take. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a quick one. Just a quick one. You know how my stories are. Quick as always. I woke up this morning and I was getting ready for work. And my routine is that the beginning of my work week on Tuesday, I do a little bit of meal prep. I make a bunch of, I guess, like raw food, like raw ingredients, prep that. So every day I get to cook in the morning, like quick cook, throw it in an air fryer, and then I have more or less more fresh food for the day, right? So I woke up and the food I was going to make is gone. It's missing. Fully missing. Like I'm like, wait, where are these bowls? Where's the food? Where's the chicken? What's going on? Where's the potatoes? Right? And not only that, the bowls that they were in, I saw were already cleaned and put away. And so I was like, all right, someone in my family did me dirty, I think. Someone did me dirty, right? And I think I first called my dad, and he said he didn't do it. And my brother was still sleeping, so I'm like, all right, it was my brother. And, I wrote him a text. I was like, hey, did you eat the food, right? It was just a simple text. No accusation. Especially because it was all of 30 seconds that I was like, I can't believe he ate my food. I'm kind of sad. Like, oh my God, I'm getting mad, blah, 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 blah. Like, and I mean like a legit 30 seconds before I was like, that does absolutely nothing for me right now. That doesn't make the food come back. All it does is make me feel bad. And I said, what could I do next time? Because what did I miss? Well, I didn't put my name on the food. I didn't set it to the side and tell everybody, hey, don't touch this food. It was just kind of in there. And, I made the assumption that no one would touch it, right? That's on me. I could have done a better job at telling people not to eat the food. I could have done a better job of leaving a note saying this is my food for meal prep, right? That's on me. So instead of blaming anybody, well, I could just take responsibility and say I could do these things differently next time. Apparently, my brother didn't eat it either. So now him and I are kind of, we're doing a little bit of self-gaslighting, I think. Because I don't believe I did it. He doesn't believe he did it, right? But both of us believe that we could have been so tired yesterday that we did actually, in fact, eat it. And because neither of us really know the answer and it doesn't change what happened and the facts or the reality or whatever, I just chalked it up to oopsie whoopsies, there was other food I was able to make quick, last minute, in order to have food for work. But it was just this moment of there is no point for me to blame. None whatsoever. It does nothing, absolutely nothing, but keep me in that state of upset and anger and stopping me from taking responsibility. And taking responsibility actually helps me feel better. Because when I take responsibility for something and I decide what I want to do different next time, it actually gives me hope that next time will be better. I was going to say can be better, but in reality, it's will be better, right? That's the hope. Now, it's not always guaranteed, but guess what? If you found out one way doesn't work, and then you committed to doing something else another way, and you find out that way doesn't work, you get to just repeat the process until you find what works, right? The reason I'm still hopeful is I just get to keep trying something new. The only time it doesn't make sense is if I do the same thing again and again and just repeat it over and over, thinking something's going to change when it won't. So I choose real life problem solving, daily problem solving as, just a fun thing to experience, a fun thing to practice, right? What a day. What a day. I think this type of thinking helps me just have amazing days, right? Today worked out the way it did. I may have been a little bit sleepier, especially I can't even speak today. All day have not been able to speak, especially after the fun night we had last night, and then we recorded. You were here. I hope. If not, check out that video, please. Please, I beg of. No, I'm just kidding. I'm so joking. But yeah, recorded and then went to bed, and I had to wake up. And it wasn't a full night's rest. I can promise you that. Tomorrow, we're expecting in the great state of New Jersey, a bit of snow. Quite a bit of snow. Yep. So the next few days will be shoveling. I don't want to say next few days. What am I saying? Actually, I guess technically. Whew, my brain is racing. Ay. Oh my gosh, I got on Xbox again. Oh, it only took me like 2.5 weeks, I think. Maybe 3 weeks. I've been craving it recently. But I also know that I'm not going to do that and prioritize that over things like sleep or things like work, right? I would say 89% of my priorities in check. There's still a couple that need a little tweaking. But yeah, there's these little things that I do. Little things that I work on every single day, every single week, because I don't ever believe that I've reached 100%, whether that's like peak efficiency or peak productivity or, peak growth. I always think there's more to learn and do and grow. And I love it. I love this process. I love it. I think the process that I'm talking about is life. It's called life. It's called being alive. Right? I feel alive and I love it. It wasn't always the case. There were times that I was definitely much more angsty is the word that's coming to mind. A little bit more in my shell, a little bit more upset with the world. And so this change of pace, at this point, many, many years later, I don't know, not a full decade. I think I was still pretty chill at 13. Maybe. I don't remember all that much. Not gonna lie. But I do know that me now, yeah, I'm having fun. And I hope you have fun too. I hope that, you're watching these videos and over time, you just get at most 20% of what I speak about, right? You understand even just 2%. 2% of everything that I talk about, I think could genuinely benefit your life, right? I speak about all these different topics on all these different days because I'm playing the numbers game. I want to throw out so many seeds that eventually you'll find the one that gets planted for you. And you'll leave the rest because someone else is going to come by and is going to find a different seed that works for them. And so I show up. I show up every single day, truly with a smile on my face, with love in my heart, knowing that it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but one day there will be the next seed that gets planted for you. And then you're going to find yourself in that random situation. Maybe you're stressed out by the world. And then you just remember love, right? In that one moment, you just say, you know what? Philip sometimes talks about love. And love has always helped me stay calm, helped me show up in the best way possible. So I'm going to remember love. Or maybe, kind of on today's topic, responsibility. You're going to be all upset with someone because you think they wronged you. And you're just going to have that brief moment where you're like, you know what? What could I have done differently? Where could I have done something better? I don't know, but you do. Or I guess you will. And I hope when you do, you share that with me. And by share that with me, I mean you literally let me know. Talk about it. Write a comment about it. I don't know. Share these videos with your friends saying, I did this because of this video. Whatever it is. I know. Wait, I will know, hopefully, because you will tell me. I'm not a mind reader. I used to think I was a mind reader. That caused a lot of problems for me when I was prior to therapy. But yeah, we worked on that one. So I don't mind read anymore. Assumptions, way less than I used to make. And because of that, boy, am I doing good. Anyways, I rambled. Also think I'm a little bit sick. But that's okay. So, anywho, we're going to head off. We're going to head out because tonight is a beautiful night to have a beautiful night. So, think about it. Or don't think about it. Just feel it. I love you and I appreciate you. Just remember, until we meet again, to always fill up with the love. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.